जैसे कि आप सब जानते हैं कि पहले टर्म में आ रहा है चैप्टर 6 टिश्यू। तो आइए स्टार्ट करते हैं। बेस्ट नोट्स हैंड रिटन। इफ़ यू लाइक दिस वीडियो देन यू सब्सक्राइब। आइए स्टार्ट करते हैं। टिश्यू इंट्रोडक्शन। ए ग्रुप ऑफ सेल्स दैट आर सिमिलर इन स्ट्रक्चर एंड आर वर्क टुगेदर टू अचीव ए पर्टिकुलर फंक्शंस फॉर्म ए टिश्यू। Tissue are mainly classified of two types: plant tissue, animal tissue. Plant tissue. Most of the tissue in plants are supportive, which provides them with structural strength. These tissue are dead since dead cells can provide mechanical strength as easily as live ones and need less maintenance. Types of plant tissue: meristematic tissue and permanent tissue. Meristematic tissue. They are similar living tissues having thin wall compactly arranged immature cells which are capable of division and formation of new cells. They have thin cell wall made of cellulose, also have dense nucleus and cytoplasm but lack vacuoles. Classification of meristematic tissue on the basis of location. Apical meristem. They are responsible for the growth of stem and roots in the plant. It is present in the growing tips of stems and roots. Intercalary meristem. These tissues are present at internodes or stem regions between the places of which leaves attach. It is the part of apical meristem which is left behind during growth period. These lead to the increase in the length of leaf primary in grass stem, bamboo stem, mint stem, etc. Lateral meristem. They are responsible for increasing the circumference of the middle part of the stem and hence are found there. It occurs along the sides of longitudinal axis of plant. The girth of the stem or root increase due to lateral meristem. They are responsible for secondary regrowth. Permanent tissue. These cells that are formed by the meristematic tissue often have to take a certain role in the plant and thus they lose their ability to divide and form more cells. They become the permanent tissue of the plants. अगला चैप्टर देखते हैं, अगला पेज देखते हैं, सॉरी। Differentiation. The process by which cells of the meristematic tissue convert themselves into a permanent tissue by taking a fixed shape, size, and functions is called differentiation. Permanent tissue are classified into two types on the basis of structure and composition: simple permanent tissue, complex permanent tissue. Simple permanent tissue. These are made of some type of cells which are similar structure and functionally. Simple plant tissue are of 5 types. Parenchyma. These tissues are responsible for photosynthesis, storage of food, gaseous exchange, and floating of plants. They are a growth of living cells with cell wall made of cellulose. The parenchyma cells have large intercellular space between them. They are found in leaves and newly formed branches. Collenchyma. These tissues are responsible for providing flexibility to the plants so that they can bend easily. The cells present in these tissues are broad and irregularly thick at corners. They are present in leaves and stem of a plant. They have a little intercellular space in between them. They are a growth of living cells with cell walls made of cellulose and pectin. Sclerenchyma. These tissues are responsible for making plant hard and stiff. They are found in stem, veins of the leaves and covering of nuts and seeds. They are made up of dead cells having cell wall made of lignin. The cells do not have any intercellular spaces. Chlorenchyma. These tissues are similar to that of a parenchyma, but they also contain chlorophyll in them. Due to the presence of chlorophyll, they are capable of performing the process of photosynthesis. Parenchyma. They are found in aquatic plants. They are also similar in structures to that of the parenchyma, but they have large air cavities in them. These cavities allow the aquatic plants to float in water. What is lignin? These cell walls of dead cells have a substance called lignin in them which is provide rigidity to the cells. Lignin acts as the cement for the cells. देखते हैं। Epidermis. The outermost layer of the cell is known as the epidermis. Epidermis is covered outside by cuticle. Cuticle is a waterproof layer of waxy substance called as cutin which is secreted by the epidermal cells. Cells of epidermis of leaves are not continuous at some places due to the presence of small pores called as stomata. Each stomata is guarded by a pair of bean-shaped cells called as guard cells. Functions of epidermis. The main functions of epidermis is to protect the plants from desiccation and infections. The epidermis is to protect the plants from fungi, water loss, and any injuries by secretes a wax-like water-resistant substance called as cuticle as the surface of the plant, which protects the plants. Cork or phloem. Cork is made of dead cells with the thick walls and do not have any intercellular space. The cell wall is cork deposit waxy substance called as suberin. The cells of cork become impermeable to water and gases due to the deposition of suberin. The cork cells are without any protoplasm but are filled with resins or tannins. Functions of cork. Cork is protective in function. Cork cells prevent desiccations of infection and mechanical injury. Cork is in the making of variety of sport goods such as cricket balls, table tennis, shuttlecocks, wooden pedals. It is complex permanent tissue. Complex permanent tissue comprises of different types of cells. These different types of cells coordinate with each other and perform a common function in these tissues. Two types of complex tissue, xylem and phloem. Their main function is to carry food and water in the plant. Both have vascular bundle which is a conductive tissue in plants that helps them survive in different environmental conditions. Xylem. Xylem is made of dead cells having a thick cell lining. Xylem consists of four types of cells called as elements. Tracheids. They are elongated angular dead cells, primitive elements mainly involved in conductor of water and minerals in gymnosperms. Vessels. Vessels are cylindrical tube-like structure placed one above the other in the two end which perform a continuous channel for efficient conduction of water. Xylem parenchyma. It stores food and helps in transportation of water horizontally in the plants. Xylem fibers. Xylem fibers are mainly supportive in functions. Phloem. Phloem is made of lining cells and it allows the movement of food from leaves to the other part of the plant. Phloem consists of four types of element. Sieve tubes. Sieve tubes are slender tube-like structure made of elongated thin walls cells placed end to end. Companion cell. Companion cells have dense cytoplasm or prominent nucleus. Sieve cells and companion cells are so called as sister cells because they originate from single mother cells. Phloem fiber provide flexibility to the phloem. They give mechanical support to sieve tubes. Phloem parenchyma. They store food and help in radial conduction of food. प्लांट टिश्यू जैसे कि चार्ट बना लीजिएगा, बुक में है. Animal tissue. The conduction and relaxation of these result in movement. Blood flows and carries various substances from one part of the body to the other. Blood and muscles are the both example of tissue found in our body. On the basis of function they perform, we can think of different types of animal tissue. Epithelial tissue. They are the protective tissue of the human body. They covers many organs and cavities. They are present inside the body. Where are the epithelial tissue found in the human body? The lining of the blood vessels. The lining of the mouth, kidney tubes, skin and lung alveoli tissue. Structure and function of the epithelial tissue. The main function of the epithelial tissue is to act as barrier and separate of different organs and systems from each other. There is no space between the cells of epithelial tissue. The cells are permeable. This makes it possible for them to exchange materials between different parts of the body and also between the body and external environment. Types of epithelial tissue. Squamous epithelium. They have a delicate cells lining and possess a flat thin structure. The esophagus lining of mouth and the skin are also covered with squamous epithelium. Stratified squamous epithelium. Skin epithelium cells are arranged in many layers to prevent wear and tear. Since they are arranged in a pattern of layers, the epithelium is called the stratified squamous epithelium. Columnar epithelium. Columnar means pillar-like epithelium. It forms lining of stomach. These tissue line the organs which help in absorption and secretion such as lining of intestine. Columnar epithelium tissue cilia is known as ciliated epithelium. These cilia push the mucus forward into the nasal tract to clear it. Cuboidal epithelium. Cuboidal epithelium consists of cuboid cells. It is found in the lining of the kidney tubules, salivary glands and the thyroid glands where it provides mechanical support. Connective tissue. The cells of the connective tissue are widely spaced and embedded in an intracellular matrix. This matrix can be different types: dense, rigid, fluid or jelly-like. जेली रहेगा जैसे कि यहाँ पे जेली लाइक. फ्लड और वेस्कुलर टिश्यू. ब्लड. The main functions of blood is to transport gases, says food, waste material, and hormones in the body. Therefore, blood has a fluid matrix present in which is called plasma. The plasma contains the red blood cells, the white blood cells, and the blood platelets. Plasma. It forms 55% of the blood. It consists of 91% of water, 7% of protein, 0.9% of inorganic salt, etc. Corpuscles form 45% of part of blood. RBC. They are also called the erythrocytes containing red respiratory pigment called hemoglobin that helps in transportation of oxygen. WBC leukocytes. They are also called soldiers of the body. They are of 5 types: monocytes, lymphocytes, basophils, neutrophils, eosinophils, platelets, thrombocytes. They are spindle-shaped cells which involved in clotting of blood. Skeletal tissue. It is hard connective tissue that forms supportive framework of the body. It is of 2 types. Bones form a framework of the body over which muscles are wrapped together. The bone tissue is strong and inflexible in nature. Therefore, the bone walls are present in a rigid matrix which is formed from calcium and phosphorus. Cartilage. Cartilage is present over the joints of the bones and provides them with a smooth structure. They contain solid matrix made of protein and sugar. They have a homogeneous matrix. It occurs at joint of bones in the nose, ear, trachea, and larynx. It provides support and flexibility to various parts of our body. Ligaments. A ligament connects two bones together. It has an elasticity which facilitates the connection. The cell of ligaments have a little matrix. Tendons. The tendon tissue are responsible for connecting two bones and muscles together. They have limited flexibility but very great strength. Areolar tissue. It is the most distributed connective tissue in the body. This tissue fills spaces inside organs. It is found between the skin and muscles around the blood vessels, nerves, and it in the bone marrow. Adipose tissue. These are oval and round cells filled with fat globules. It is found in subcutaneous layer below the skin, around the heat band, and below the eyeballs. It acts as an insulator and prevents the loss of heat from the body. Muscular tissue. It is made of muscle fibers which are long cells. Movement are brought about in our body with the help of muscular tissues. How muscles can cause movement? They contain special proteins called contractile proteins. These proteins cause contraction and relation of the muscles. Types of muscular tissue. Striated muscle. These are also called voluntary muscle because these are under the control of one's will. The cells of this tissue are long, cylindrical, unbranched, and multinucleate. These muscles get tired and need rests. Smooth muscle. These are involuntary muscles also called as non-striated muscle. These muscle fibers are uninucleated and spindle shaped. They are found in the walls of stomach, intestine, urinary bladder, bronchi, areas of eye. Cardiac muscle. The muscles of the heart are called cardiac muscles. They perform rhythmic contraction and relaxation throughout our life. They are only involuntary muscles. They are cylindrical in shape. They have branches and there is a single nucleus only found in the walls of heart. Nervous tissue. They are highly specialized tissue due to which the animals are able to perceive and respond to the stimuli. How do we react to stimuli? This is because of the nervous tissue present in our body. They are capable of transmitting information quickly from the brain to different parts of the body and vice versa. Therefore, nervous tissue are found in nervous brains and spinal cord. Nervous tissue is made of cells called the nervous cells or neurons. Structure of neurons. It is an elongated cell with a cell body called consists of some branch-like structure called dendrils. There is a nucleus present in the center of the cell body. A nerve cell can be made up to 1 meter long. Dendrites, short hair-like extensions rising from cytosol and dendron, which are further subdivided into dendrites. They receive chemical signals from different neurons of the body. Axon is a long tail-like cylindrical process with fine branches at the end. It allows in fast transmission of signals. The longer the diameter of the axon, the faster it will transmit signals. It is coated with a special insulating substance called myelin. It helps in rapid transmission of signal. फाइनली कंप्लीट दी चैप्टर। अगर आप सबको वीडियो पसंद आया है तो लाइक शेयर सब्सक्राइब जरूर करिएगा। मिलते हैं अगले वीडियो में। थैंक यू।